It's all about serving and all about really great storytelling. It's not, your typical email that you might see from The Gap or from Williams Sonoma that you might, get in your inbox every single day. That's like, here's our featured product, buy this thing, this is 50% off. Like, it's not that type of email marketing. It's really more about how can you tell a story? How can you connect with your audience? And, over this 10, 15, 20-day period, telling different stories that might connect with different people so that, by the end, they are so connected to you and your story that they want more, especially in the online education space. It's so, so important because, you're investing time and you're investing money, and quite frequently it's a lot of time and a lot of money. So you want to make sure that, whomever you're committing to is somebody that you connect with and can learn from. And by communicating well over email, it's a taste in the little preview of what you can get by paying. And in terms of frequency, I mean, it's every day. It's such a short period. That's not necessarily our normal email cadence, but my friend Laura Belgray said something that I always come back to. And she said, every single time I launch, I send a lot of emails. And it's because every single time I send an email, I sell products every single time. They're not going to want what I'm selling anyways. And ultimately, like, if more emails means more sales, that's what I'm going to do. Obviously to a tipping point, of course, but you don't have to be afraid to send a couple extra emails over 1 week.
Awesome. Yeah, it's so you talked about you talked about the frequency. How much were you sending?
Every day.
Every day, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see any sort of a spike in unsubscribe? Because this was a sort of a pre-existing database, or like did you create it for the course specifically?
Yeah, it was a new list. So we, for our first launch, giving them the opportunity, some people unsubscribed, but it was such a new list that it wasn't super, super high. And then for this next launch, within these messages, giving them the opportunity to actually opt out of this specific type of sales messaging. So if they want to keep getting our weekly newsletter once we're no longer selling, great, we want to keep you around. But if you don't want to hear about this course anymore, if you don't want to start a business, we give them the opportunity to opt out so that we don't lose them. We can maintain that relationship with them and honestly maintain trust by saying like, hey, if this isn't what you want, it's totally cool. See you in 2 weeks.